Thank you very much for the nice introduction, and with the permission of all the elderly stalwarts veterans of QCFI, like Mr. Shroff, Ashokji and many other veterans, with their permission I start my today's afternoon session. In the morning when I came, these people have positioned me perfectly on the seat. They know I am from the automotive division and tractor division. So without tires, it cannot run. So when I was sitting on the right side, there was a Apollo tire. On the left side, there was a Fiat tire. So nice gesture, sir. Pardon? Yeah. Yeah, NG models also. So it was very good strategy, and I appreciate that. So I start my session. Actually, I was requesting Mr. Shroff to be in the morning session because the afternoon session is always difficult. And QCFI made a complete arrangement of providing a very delicious food and to have a good nap in the afternoon. But I'll try to engage you people through various ways and means. So don't worry, I'm used to it. So I start my presentation with customer desires, latent desires, delight and satisfaction. So who drives our business? Who drives our business? None other than the customer. And customers are like butterflies. They don't stay on one street, one floor. They fly from one to another. So it is our duty to engage our customers continuously so that they will always be us. And that is where the word Guru, quality Guru, Dr. Noria Ki Kalo. I had one interaction with him in 2016 when I was attending his seminar on advanced TPM for 21st century. And it was really, heavenly experience for me to interact with him, to explain how we practice the TQM in our Mahindras. At that time I was working in Mahindra. And then got some useful tips from him. We also had some interaction on various Hindu rituals where he asked various questions to me. And then I could provide him the satisfactory answers. And it was really pleasant surprise, and it was a privilege to me to interact with such a elderly guru of quality. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat in this that he has said three levels: that excitement quality, performance quality, basic quality. Basic quality gets you into the market. Performance quality makes you sustain in the market, and excitement quality makes you grow into the market. He has said this, but how to do this? ये तो सबको मालूम हो गया कि बेसिक क्वालिटी है, एंटर करना है तो बेसिक क्वालिटी चाहिए, अगर ग्रो करना है, सिस्टम करना है तो परफॉर्मेंस क्वालिटी चाहिए, एंड अगर लीड करना है, ग्रो करना है मार्केट में बाय लीप्स एंड बाउंड्स तो एक्साइटमेंट क्वालिटी चाहिए. करना कैसे है? एंड देन आई जस्ट गिव अ थॉट टू माय, आई एम अ लिटिल रिचुअलिस्टिक एंड रिलीजियस पर्सन. I am really fortunate enough to have my fathers and mothers to be a great cultured in Sanskrit and Vedas and all these things. So they taught me many things. So I thought, why not we can think of a Trinity model. Okay. So a Trinity model talks about Lord Brahma. Okay. It's a land of creation. He creates everything. And here where there is a scope of latent desires. How we can create a latent desires. Then comes Lord Vishnu, the land of sustenance. पालन पोषण करता, ये पूरे सृष्टि का पालन पोषण करता है. How he does it? Okay. And finally, the Lord Mahesh, who is Lord of destruction. Understand one thing: destruction doesn't end the life. It converts the things from one form into the other form. In our lot of scientists in the past have also said law of conservation of energy. What does it say? Energy can never be destroyed, now can be created. It can be converted from one form to another form. Same is the law of conservation of mass. from where all this came. So this is all the Trinity model. One is the land of creation, land of sustenance, and the land of destruction. And this is where you get the latent desires creation, delightless, customer delight in sustenance, and finally satisfaction that yes, I have got enough in last 2 phases, and now I am very much satisfied with my product. Now I need to change the form. That kind of Trinity model, it talks about it. Now let us go to the land of creation. What does Lord Krishna told to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita? In the 3rd chapter of the 10th shloka, he said, Hey Partha, how this Lord Brahma has created. Sahayajna Praja Srishva Purovacha Prajapatihi Anena Prathamishabham Ishamo Krishnaka Bharata. And this is what we call 5W1H. I will explain you how this is 5W1H. 5W1H is what? Who, what, when, where, how, why. So who created? Prajapatihi. Lord Brahma. Who created? Prajapatihi. When he created? Puro. Very long ancient. Pura means very long ancient he created. Where he created? On the earth. What he created? Praja. Praja means what? All the world with the entities. Living things, non-living things. What he created. How he created? Sahayajnaha. Here, a colloquial meaning of yajna, what we generally understand is Om Havan. The another meaning of yajna which is said in Vedas is dharma, kartavya. And in HR language today we call it the job description and job specification. So he created that praja entity sahayajnaha. How he created? Sahayajnaha. Along with all the materialistic properties of living things or non-living things. And why he created? Prajapati Uvacha Anena Prasamishadvam. If you do all these things, Prasamishadvam means you will grow. So he is talking about your growth also here. And what he finally said, if you do all these things, it will prove to be a Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu. You know Kamadhenu. So this is how the 5W1H he has created for the entire world. Now if I apply this to our basically a small world of the product development, a small world of product development, then what to be created, for whom to be created, why to be created, when to be created, where to be created, and how to be created. And then there are other tools on the outside: customer survey, quality function deployment, breakthrough innovation, competitor benchmarking, and many more are there to create all this 5W1H. But there is something in between which we must understand, and we must give a full thought process, and whatever we are going to create should not only have a latent desires of the customers, but it should also have the impact on good impact benefits to the environment and the society. It should also have the good impact on the future generations which is coming. It should also drive the economy of the country. It should also benefit to the society. And finally, it should also benefit to the customers. So these are the 6 levers one should always develop. Along with the, when we create a product, we should always develop this, think of these 6 levers. Okay, now why these 6 levers? This I am not going to, because we have already seen in the morning session, this particular thing, what customer needs as understood by marketing, designer, process engineer, and this is what finally customer wants. So I am just skipping this slide because you have in the morning already seen these slides. Okay. So just see these products in last decade. Can you see a kind of innovativeness? Now, if I want to map these products on these 6 levers, let us see how it comes out to be. Here is the product, here is the industry, and these are the 6 levers. And for example, mobile, does it satisfy latent desires? Of course. It doesn't satisfy. I'll just read one. Does it for environmental safety? Of course. Because if you are in some problem, it connects you to the world. Okay. Benefit to the society? Of course. Lot of communication has increased. Lot of growth has increased in the society. Social relations, lot of presence in social media has increased. So society. Benefit to the economy? Of course. There is a benefit to the economy. By touch screen, you can do each and everything on your laptop, on your screen. So benefit to economy. Now here comes impact on future generation. I have said plus as well as minus. Why? Because on the plus side, my son reads everything on the laptop, on the mobile, all the notes, what college gives, the PDFs and all these things. Long term, what is the impact? I said we'll get problem. Long term, lot of presence on the social media. What does it make? It can create trouble for you. So, what I mean to say, that doesn't mean we should avoid, we should not launch such things. But there has to be a limit. Whenever we want to create a latent desires, it should not have a negative impact on all these things. And I not well this. I was speaking with Sundararajan during our tea time. We will more dwell on these aspects on during our panel discussion. Okay, so these are the 6 levers. If you really see all those, Ola, Uber, electric cars, Zomato, all these. Okay, these are some examples. There are very, very few examples where we should map. There could be many more levers, but there is no end to it. I just thought this could be the 6 prominent levers. This could be the 6 prominent levers for the new product development leading to the latent desires. Of course, that doesn't mean delight is not there. That doesn't mean satisfaction is not there. Whenever there is a latent desire, for example, जैसे हम गाड़ी का टॉप एंड मॉडल लेते हैं ना, उसमें बेसिक तो फीचर रहता ही है, उसमें नेक्स्ट लेवल का फीचर भी रहता ही है. So once the top model is there, that means everything is there. So whenever I say it is latent desire, that means everything is there. Delight is also there, satisfaction is also there in this. Okay, so some example, since I was in automotive division, last decade I could see lot of latent desires which was satisfied by the people. This is how the infotainment system of our SUV Mahindra and how benefits are given. Convenience, in terms of convenience, in terms of safety and environment, in terms of comfort, in terms of features and styles, isn't it? So has it not resolved? Has it not actually satisfied the latent desires of the people? I remember पहले हम गाड़ी चला रहे थे तो जाते रास्ते में पता पूछते थे, अरे भाई ये किधर है, वो किधर है, ये किधर है. Now even basic models you get the Google Maps. You just put the destination and you are there. So this is what a creation of the innovative products. So second example, creation of mobile phones, convenience, ease of safety and environment. Can you see the password, fingerprint lock, paperless working, adaptability? So lot of benefits. I remember when I was in 9th standard, actually my sister was having one camera, and at that time the old generation like Shroff and Mr. Alok, which has seen, earlier we never used to afford so many things in our life. So my father has taught me tabla. So he said, now camera is her. You should not touch camera. And there used to be a lot of quarrel between myself and my sister. I was having that lot of latent desire. I must handle some camera sometimes. And I told him at that time, one time I was angry and I told him, father, बड़ा हो के मैं एक बड़ा कैमरा लेके दूंगा आपको. That's a different matter. It is not in his mind, of course, not to give me a camera. But the thing is that latent desire was there in mind, this thing. And in Marathi we say, Hausela mol nahi, means there is no limit for your satisfaction. There is no limit for your satisfaction. So, with the grace of God, I could acquire a good amount of expertise in photography and all this. That's a different part of it. Okay. this is how the latent desires. So with the touch screen, now I can take a selfie, I can take whatever pictures I want. What is the negative side? If you put everything on the social media, anybody can trace you, anybody can hack you, anybody can hack your site. So to what extent these latent desires needs to be satisfied is not only in the hands of the manufacturer. Manufacturer may give you 100 types of features which will satisfy your latent desires. But to what extent we should control them? To what extent we should try to limit ourselves to use those latent desires is very, very important thing. Okay, so that is what Dr. Kano also said. Land of sustenance. So this is the land of creation, how the product can be created, latent desires. Land of sustenance. गीता के चौथे अध्याय में अगेन भगवान कृष्ण अर्जुन को कहते हैं यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मनं सुधारम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय दुष्कृताम् धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Again here the meaning of dharma is not Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, is not dharma. Dharma is karma, कर्तव्य, job description, job specification. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत. जब जब मनुष्यों के कर्म नीचे के लेवल में जाएंगे तब तक मैं उनको वापस ऊपर लाने के लिए मैं जन्म दूंगा. That means what? If I have my product, if I have designed the product to do certain jobs, if it is not performing that job in the given environment, I need to re-innovate that. I need to change the form of that. I need to use the technology of that. I need to leverage the technology, how to create the excitement, how to make them work, how to sustain the performance in the market. Am I right? So this is what winning is all about. And this is what, when I convert this formula into customer loyalty, it comes out to be like this. I divide basically the customer loyalty into two segments. One is the initial excitement and the sustained excitement. Initial excitement, purchase experience. I'll give you a good example. I had gone to, I'll name the supplier also, dealer also. It's not bad I'm saying something, but I need to give this example you to understand what purchase experience makes a difference. Okay, to sustain the excitement, to sustain the growth in the market. My cousin wanted to buy a car 3 years back, and he, as usual, he went to Google and he searched all the sedan cars, and he came down to Honda. I want Honda. So here, I being an Indian manufacturer, automotive person, he asked me, "Can you please come with me?" Then we went to one of the Honda dealers, Honda motor dealers, and to my surprise, there was nobody to even welcome us. I mean, I'm not saying this is a trait of Honda, but the experience which I get, I'm telling you. Honda, then I asked, "Can I get a demo vehicle?" The person said, "I don't know. I'm not a salesperson here." Then who is the salesperson? No, he is yet to come. Is the dealership open? Yes, dealership is open. Why the salesperson is not there? Sir, I don't know. Then after some time, salesperson came. "What do you want, sir?" They even didn't ask us a simple cup of water, glass of water. Then demo vehicle, sir, it has gone out for some repair work. Can we take it tomorrow? Then I asked, "Can you at least give me the brochure of what are the variants, what are the prices and all these things?" Sir, brochures are over. I mean, I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. This is what my experience is. So there was no salesperson, there was no brochures, there was no demo vehicle. What kind of initial excitement I am getting? Then I told, now let us go to Maruti. Now if you see the Maruti, can you see they are very basic vehicles? Maruti doesn't talk about very high-fi vehicles. If you ask in terms of rating of the latent desires, Maruti is much below in the latent desires, but it is much higher in customer satisfaction. You take JD Power, CSI, for last many years, Maruti is topping JD Power CSI. Not based on the latent desires. So we went to Maruti, The moment we went to Mauritius, there were two people to greet us. One of the lady took us to the table. She asked, please come, please offer them first water. Sir, what do you want? She called finance person. Then he explained the this thing, demo person, everything was done. And within 3 hours the deal was done. This is the initial excitement. I'm not saying Honda is bad. But if you get this kind of excitement, what is it? The brand, the product design, the product quality, these are all aspects of the initial excitement. If I take a car at my home and on the second day it starts leaking, or what is the problem? Will I get the excitement? Absolutely not. So these are all the levers of initial excitement. What is the first hand excitement? Service experience, product reliability. Okay. May I ask you to please run the AV? I'll just give you an example. All these things are covered in this AV. I'm not saying Toyota is the best, but I'm just giving you the example. Quality of the service. Highest result value brand. So that was the entire, whatever slide I showed, it talks about the entire thing. If you really see. Next slide. Initial excitement, no, before. As I told you, there are a lot of technologies that are evolving with virtual showrooms, ceremonial delivery, and you can get lot many things without explaining anything. And for ladies sitting here, there is one more AV, how a technology can create a very excitement for the ladies in the purchase. So, AV please. So that one, the top one. No. Back. The top one, top right.
This is the hottest for the season. Okay. No. It's a little too busy. Too purple. Too short. Too hot. Yes, that's new. Okay. I think my mom wore this. This is great.
You can try everything.
What am I saying? I just did.
So just remember how the life of husband will be very easy with this technology. The life of husband will be very easy with this technology. Okay? And this is about the initial excitement. What about the product quality? Just click on the Toyota. See the perception of the quality. What people have the perception of the quality. There are two people and the lady asked, Have you ever seen a broken Toyota? And yes, I am working on the semi-Deutsch fur. This area I am going to run only for you. How the robust design of semi-Deutsch fur. Many of you people may not be knowing. When I talk about product design, the kind of capacity which is having to do a lot of very functions, this is enabled with the product design, robust product design. And I have a avion, Dutch fur, tractor. The product quality is built in the product. The design is built into the product. This is our Germany factory, which was renovated in 2007. 2 years back, our Turkey factory plant was completely modern. And now, Ranipet plant is getting completely expanded. Plant expansion is happening. And now, last month only Bhumi Pujan has happened and the expansion was started. So probably after 2 years, if you come to Ranipet, you will say totally different plant to build a quality into it. And I was really amazed when I was working with Mahindra. I used to have that perception of what tractor will have a product quality. Because the adjacent of Mahindra tractors, the kind of CPQ, customer perceived quality, which we were expecting, nowhere there. But here when I see this, it was really once I see the gas and the stage, the service bag, everything. See the kind of appliances it can handle. It's a very multi-purpose vehicle. This is Germany plant which was developed in 2007. Turkey plant was developed in 2008, 2015-16. And now our plant expansion started in Ranipet. So after 2 years you may see this kind of technologies coming there. So it's a completely evolving technology. Next. So I have talked about the product quality, initial excitement, product design. Now let us talk about the service experience. See, this is the service quality. Each and everything matters. If you really see, if you give your car for the service, and if you get any of this is getting violated, and see the anger on your face. Am I right? See the anger on your face. So these are the various levers one should have. Just see this one. How the Maruti has a service experience people have. Why Maruti is great? They don't do very high-fi things. They are basic to design.
Coffee यार आइसक्रीम आइसक्रीम
अरे यार डेजर्ट आइसक्रीम नहीं चल
ताजमहल
ये शाहजहान चल ना यार
अप्सरा अप्सरा मैडम पानी है रुक यार मारुति सुजुकी सर्विस स्टेशन मारुति सुजुकी सर्विस स्टेशन
Wherever you go, you're never too far from a Maruti Suzuki service station.
What is driving timeline? You will not get any life things in your life, but you will definitely get Maruti service station wherever you go. That's the service experience. That's the service experience one should have. Okay, so this is very important. So while land of sustenance, I talked about the initial excitement. I talked about the product product quality. I talked about the product design. I talked about the service experience. In Toyota AV, you have also seen the cost of ownership. And now we talk about the service networking. Okay, next. Now comes to the land of destruction, phase out. In second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna on 22nd shloka, Vasase jirnani yatha vyahya navani grinhati parvapparani तथा शरीरानि व्याहाय जीर्णानि अन्नानि सह्याय निर्वाणि दे। जैसे हम लोग अपना जीर्ण वस्त्र निकाल के फेंक देते हैं और नया वस्त्र प्रदान करते हैं, वैसा ही ये आत्मा जो है ये जुना देह डाल के नया देह प्रदान करता है। तो सेम थिंग अप्लाइज फॉर चेंजिंग द फॉर्म ऑफ आवर प्रोडक्ट, changing the form of the product. So whenever we want to phase out certain things, it never destroys your product, but it changes the form of the product. I will speak about it. Why we need to phase out the product? Because there is a new product being launched. Can you see the cannibalization of new products? I still remember in 1999, Maruti 800 was evolved with the 5-speed gear. Do you remember the 5-speed gears? Maruti with the 5-speed gear and 1000 cc. The moment they launched Alto, slowly they phased out Maruti 8000 with this. Now Alto was booming like anything, but it was cannibalizing the sales of Zen. You know, they have taken out two models. Maruti has taken out two models. One is Alto with the 800cc and Alto with 1000cc with K10 engine, if you remember. And that was actually affecting the sales of Maruti sales. So they had to cannibalize that product, Alto K10 with 1000cc. Now Alto K10, what you are seeing is totally changed form. But see, this was the only mistake I saw in Maruti's lifetime. Otherwise, if you see their product, the positioning of the product, the branding, the pricing is perfect. If you see the range of their product, they will, in today's world, it will range from 5 lakhs to maximum, correct me if I am wrong, 15 lakhs. Top end CS model, 15-16 lakhs. They will not go beyond this. Because they know what is the earning income of today's Indian individual. It ranges from 5 lakhs to 15 lakhs on an average, a medium class person. So to satisfy their latent desires, that's why I said, although latent desires are created for that, that doesn't mean it doesn't lie in other phases of the destruction also. So this is the perfect example of cannibalizing the new. Low profitability, negligible demand. I tell you, one of our product Conto, Mahindra Conto, I don't know whether you know it. We have to cannibalize that. We have to, because there is no profitability. Then we will not host mode. That is also not properly giving the district. So slowly it will get cannibalized. Upgradation is not possible at all because of homologation issues. It has to die. So there are various reasons why we need to have a phase out. And in this phase out also, how can we build a customer satisfaction is very, very important. So one is the revival of the old brand and support in the field. We'll talk this very shortly. We'll talk about this service support, spares availability, resale value, brand image. I was really a little bit disturbed when I saw I had a Tata vehicle, a very good Vista vehicle. I used it for 5 years and then I purchased a Scorpio. But by selling the Tata, almost all the dealers expressed, oh, Tata, no resale value. Every time they used to say, bhai, vehicle एकदम खड़ा है, maintained है एकदम, but 2.5 लाख के ऊपर 2 लाख के ऊपर नहीं मिलेगा. क्यों? टाटा बिकता नहीं, pains here. क्योंकि Indian automotive, these are the only two Indian automotives, OEMs, Mahindra and Tata, they are giving a very solid takkar to all the global OEMs. But where the things are going wrong, and that is in the creation phase. The kind of image which was created in 1999 by hastily launching Indica Vista and then had massive issues of tire wear, if you remember. That is quite the image of Tata. And up तक वो लोग वो भोग रहे हैं. See, I have talked about the land of creation, how it has impact directly on the, and it lasts for 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades. I never कौन सा उनका गाड़ी चल रहा है. It's not that the quality, the product design, the product image is bad, but the brand, the kind of legacy they carried. But I still appreciate these two OEMs. Okay, space availability. This is one of the important. I'll give you an example. How, if those changes are not managed properly, how it can create a chaos. In product chain management in our company in Mahindra, we changed some as a part of VAV, value engineering and value analysis. We changed and as a part of centralization, we changed the form and design of a water hose. Irrigator में water hose जाता है ना, उसका. And the process was not followed properly for implementing this change. And one fine day, we got a complaint that vehicle का गाड़ी अटक गया है बाहर, off-road हो गया. I hope you understand Hindi. So he said, okay, we'll arrange the spare part. Where is the spare part available? When we sent that new part to the dealership, that part was not getting fitted. If a customer wants to change that part, he has to change the radiator. He has to change that radiator. Why? Because the new developed part was not getting fitted. Because in the change management, they changed 3-4 parts. Now, why the customer should be suffering because of that? Now, it was really, this is the case of 2013. I still remember, and the customer came to the dealership and he was so wild. He said, what is this nonsense, man? We have been asking you, using your Mahindra vehicles for so many years, and you're not able to give me even a single hose. The purchase head has to send the purchase developer, रातों रात उसको सरकार के पास इंपीरियल ऑटो दिल्ली भेजना पड़ा. 2 दिन में हॉट फुटिंग में गाड़ी डेवलप करके पार्ट लेके तीसरे दिन में गाड़ी में बिठाया. This is the kind of impact the space availability has on customer satisfaction. And if you get this kind of responses, what kind of satisfaction you expect from the customer? What kind of satisfaction you get? Coming to the first part, revival of the old brand. Again, here while reviving, we have to be very, very cautious about the new product definition, product design, product image, quality. And the 2 best examples I have ever seen, again the Maruti. Can you see this vehicle? Which is this vehicle? Baleno, 2005, not selling at all. Can you see this vehicle?
Sierra.
Yes. Grand Vitara. Again, 2007, not selling at all. See the revival. Hot selling cake. Same brand name. वासा से जीर्णानी यथा विहाय जीर्ण वस्त्र निकाल के नए वस्त्र धारण कर दिए. करेक्ट है ना? पूरे जीर्ण वस्त्र निकाल के नए वस्त्र धारण किए. जैसे हम लोग कपड़ा फेंक के नया कपड़ा डालते हैं. सेम नेम ब्रेजा. जुने वस्त्र निकाल के नए वस्त्र धारण कर दिए. This is how the perfect example of the revival. And still you get a customer satisfaction. Not only satisfaction, in this case you get a delight, latent desires. I'll tell you why I'm just coming to this particular. I was traveling to Chennai airport. Last 2 minutes I am just taking. This is the second last night. And I saw a Tata new Altroz vehicle. This part on the display on the airport, Mumbai airport. I was really delighted because I have a very high affection towards Tata and Mahindra. Then I went there and I asked, in which competition you launch Ultros? They said, we are launching on this I-20 Grand and Baleno. Then I just watched it and the finish quality was so poor. The plastic, the sun visors, the rain visors, lot of scratch marks are there. I said, at least we should take care of while displaying the good vehicle. The people should at least have good brand image, brand quality. And this is where we damage our customer satisfaction. I still have a very high respect and high regard with Tata and Mahindra because they are fighting with Indian. Again, take the example of Hyundai. Hyundai में कभी हाई-फाई देखा है आपने ऐसा कुछ? But they are sticking very strictly to the product quality. They will never compromise on their prices. Hyundai के products हमेशा महंगे रहेंगे. Never compromise on this thing. But still, they may not get the latest desires, but the delight and satisfaction utmost. So, if you really study the Kanos model, how these Indian industries have actually followed the Kanos model in reality, with examples. And last but not the least, we need to remember G is a generation, O is a operation, and G is a destruction. So God is a supermodel. So we have to ensure that we always follow a God model. For what Mano has said, how to execute that, we have to follow this God model. Thank you very much.